its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We made it! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, I love we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from that. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We made it! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
No, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM streaming live, kyokradio.org. And it's Freestyle Friday. Got a very special guest going to be joining us in this first hour. Really looking forward to him. And, man, a lot going on. We were here for it all yesterday. Cam Newton going back to the Carolina Panthers 1 year, $10 million deal, $6 million of it guaranteed, and Odell Beckham Jr. going to the LA Rams, and former teammates speaking out saying that they don't think it's going to be a good fit with the Rams. I got news for you. I don't know if we're going to be tight after that. What about, bro, I'm wishing you well. I mean, I'm not saying your friends have to agree with everything that you say or do, but, bruh, I haven't even figured out where the bathroom is yet, and you're already telling me it's not going to work. I'm just saying. Look out for this. Watch out for that. Be careful of this, what have you. But let me get in it. Let me see what it is and make it do what it do. So Odell Beckham Jr. going to the Rams. Rams are stacking them up. The Rams are not playing when it comes to their run for this title. They got rid of their quarterback, for Christ's sake. They said, Jared Goff, listen, we like you, but we don't love you. Bye. Matthew Stafford, come on, lead us to the promised land. And then, of course, they made some changes on defense and now on offense. And I tell you what, the Rams are looking pretty good. We'll see how it works out on paper. On the field, because we saw last night on paper, it doesn't always play out the way you think it would. Last night on paper, the Ravens were the better team. On the field, that Miami defense wasn't no joke. On the field, that Miami defense was not a joke. So Baltimore goes down. I had Baltimore at number 7 in my playoff NFL power rankings. I got Miami down at 30. Baltimore 7, Miami 30, and what happened? Miami got the dub. 4 sacks on Lamar Jackson. Hey, listen, Baltimore, you might want to fix that leaky offensive line. And by the way, get some running help in there. Can you give the ball to Le'Veon Bell? Why do y'all continue to make Lamar Jackson the leading rusher? Just asking. Just questions folks want to know. T. Barnes, I need you to call me. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. T. Barnes is the one person that I know that called the Cam Newton back to Carolina as a realistic possibility. And I got to get her on. I want to hear what she thought and what she was hearing and seeing that made her think that Cam Newton back to Carolina was a possibility. I mean, I've seen backup quarterbacks do it. I've seen, former linemen do it. I've seen former defensive backs do it. But star quarterback? Nah, that don't happen. I mean, so now is New England getting excited that maybe Tom Brady is going back there one day? No, they all happy about Mark Jones. I know y'all are like, it's Mac. You're a loser. You don't know anything about sports. His name is Mac. This guy doesn't know anything about sports. Slow down. Calm down. A caller called in to Bart and Hahn and got mad because they were calling him Mac and Cheese. And in the caller's rage, he said, his name is Mark Jones, not Mac and Cheese. So now those of us that know call him by his fake rage. Oops, mistake of a name. Mark Jones. I know it's Mac. But don't miss the point I'm asking. Do Patriot fans want Tom Brady back? Mark, Mac and Cheese ain't won nothing in the NFL but a couple of games. Hold on. How many games has he won? New England. 5 games. Tom Brady's got more chips than that. He's got more chips than Mark Jones has wins. Keith Hennig, I call him Bob Jones. Yeah, that's going to be my thing. I'm never going to call that man by his right name again. I just can't. If you're all upset about us in the media calling him Mac and Cheese and you just randomly make up names for him, I'm going to randomly make up names for him. But anyway, it's Freestyle Friday. I got a special guest going to be calling in a little bit or jumping on the video. And we obviously got the good folks over at Butterball Turkey. Congratulations to Clarence for winning this week's gift certificate for a free Butterball Turkey. We're going to be talking to who today? Wait a minute. No, we don't have that today. Interesting. We don't talk to them again until next week. My bad. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hi, this is T. Barnes.
T. Barnes, I gotta know. Wait a minute. Do me a favor. Stay right there. Let me pay a couple of bills, and then we gotta know. How did you know Cam Newton might go back to his former team? We'll be right back with T. Barnes in Carolina in just a minute, right after this on the lunch break.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Guard.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
You're having your lunch on the lunch break with KYOK.
All right, so I feel like Cam Newton is stomping around right now in his Air Force One. Say, I need 2 pair. Give me 2 pairs so I can get the stomping in my Air Force Ones back in Carolina. And here to give us the lowdown, it's not Huggy lowdown, it's T. Barnes. T, what's going on? Tell me, how did you know?
I think when we spoke earlier about the possibility of Cam returning, one of the things I said was that he is beloved by the Carolina fans.
Yep.
And so what I think a lot of people were probably missing about him, despite some of the negative optics he had going on,
Yep.
was that Carolina essentially built this franchise around this young man.
Yep.
That's what they did.
Yep.
And the fans, pretty much when he was traded to England, or he got picked up by New England,
right,
the fans pretty much just fell off. And so there was this time or this place where it looked like Carolina in general was not being favored by the fans at all. I mean, people weren't going to the games. They weren't really tuning in. They weren't really participating in the local events like they had been doing before. There's also a heavy presence here in the Carolinas where everybody, whether you're in North or South Carolina, you wear their jerseys, or, you know, the T-shirts, those types of things. And I was seeing, like, none of that, pretty much none of that in football season. And that really got me to thinking that it was a real possibility that somewhere they were going to have to meet in the middle with Cam. And whatever those optics are, he's going to have to clean those up. It really is a publicity thing for him. And so as a result, the team was failing too, because the morale was low. The roster wasn't quite right, and he was their leader. Regardless of how people felt about him on the outside, he was the leader of the Carolina Panthers team. And so they're bringing their leader back.
You know, we got T. Barnes joining us all the way from North Carolina right now on the lunch break, talking about how she knew that Cam Newton's there was a possible reuniting of Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers before it ever got announced. And you said it on this show, you know, weeks ago. So I can appreciate that. I can respect that. And I appreciate you making time. Any concerns? Because Matt Rule, the head coach of the Carolina Panthers right now, was the one that decided to go in opposite directions from Cam Newton, and none of them worked out. None of them worked out.
And as a result, his tenure with the Carolina Panthers may be very limited at this point.
You better say it with your chest. You better say it with your chest, like you from Forest Park. You better come on.
Because I think he clearly got overruled by the front office. And what are we looking at? We're looking at the numbers. And he wasn't producing. He was not producing. So I really think that he might want to start packing and looking for other opportunities, because it didn't pan out the way he thought it was going to pan out.
Yeah, I talked about that yesterday. Carolina is right there. They're 4-5. They're one game out of the playoff picture. And again, it's way too early to define that, but they're literally one game out of it. And nobody's running away with the NFC South, one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. They're only a couple of games behind Tampa Bay. They're only a couple of games behind New Orleans and a game behind Atlanta. So they're still right there. And if Matt Rule, is I hate to say this guy's name, but if he's anything like Jeff Fisher, then he will sabotage his own second chance. But if he's smart, he'll just realize he got a do-over. He's got a chance now to live out the fulfillment of what he planned when he got there, and I hope he doesn't mess that up.
I hear what you're saying, but I think that he's really walking a very fine line here, in that he probably got overruled by the front office. And it wasn't necessarily his decision to bring Cam back.
Right.
So what you're probably going to see is there's going to be kind of this tug of war.
Yep. Yeah. And T, can I just say this? T, don't take this out on my brother over there. And men, y'all don't have to claim this. I'll own it. Sometimes as a man, I can be stubborn, man. Sometimes as a man, my pride will be the biggest thing in my way. And when somebody makes me do something that I don't want to do, I'm not going to do it well. I'll do it begrudgingly. I'll half do it. I can't say what my dad used to call it. I'll half do it. And I will literally mess up myself trying to prove to them, you can't make me do what I don't want to do. And I hope Matt Rule is not like me.
I think that's a human thing, to be honest with you. I think that goes both male or female.
You better preach. You're preaching in here today.
But however, what I really see is that if Cam can clinch a spot for them in the South here, if he can clinch that spot for them in the playoffs, then what you're going to look at is Rule is going to be out. I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's going to be out. If he can make that happen, he's gone, because it wasn't his call for Cam to come back.
Now, let me just say something. She called it right on Cam Newton going back, and that was a minor miracle. And if she's calling Cam getting them to the playoffs, Matt Rule being gone, I'm rocking with that. I will have you back on. I'll have you back on, and you can say, I told you so.
Yeah, but he is. They built that franchise around him, and he was their star. And they took away the star, and it did not go with the will of the people, because he is beloved here in the Carolinas. He absolutely is. Regardless of the optics, people loved him.
Yeah, let me just say this, and it was what we're seeing in certain parts of the country, if not the country itself, where there was a small minority that had the loudest voice. You had people writing in that Cam Newton is with his unmarried girlfriend and they're having babies. And then you had people talking about he's having too much fun. He's giving the touchdown balls to kids after each touchdown, and he's boasting by pulling open his shirt like he's Superman. Everybody else loves him. Like, if you quit trying to find something wrong, you might love him too. So I hope this time around, Dave Tepper and the organization will just let Cam be Cam and not get caught up in those minority voices. And I don't care how much money these people have and how powerful they are in the community. You can't give in to those kind of folks when you got a good thing going.
You can't give in to the bottom line either. At the end of the day, he upped that bottom line for the Carolina Panthers. He increased the value of that team, and that's what should matter to that front office, regardless of what the will of the people are and all of that. And that was why I made the comment that there was an optics issue, because it was just a few who were having something to say about how they saw him evolving, if you will. You have to realize he's still a very young player.
Right.
He's still a very young player. And so he's going to go through this evolution just like Tom Brady, just like any of these other guys who have been involved for some time. And so what you're going to find is that he is going to come into his own. And don't be surprised if the young Cam Newton that we remember coming from Alabama and going into the league will resurface again. Don't be surprised if you see that person again.
Yeah, and if Joe Brady is smart, forget Matt Rule for a second. If Joe Brady is smart, he will make sure that he calls plays that will help Cam and the team be most successful, as opposed to doing what he shouldn't be doing, and that's trying to make sure this young man doesn't succeed.
Correct.
Yep. T. Barnes, you're just absolutely amazing. You act like you come from Forest Park, Ohio, because that's how they do it up there. But, I know you I know you North Carolina, born and bred. Child, go on, correct me.
But you know something? But I came from that part of the country where you knuck if you buck Buckeyes. That's what we are. That's what we do.
Yep.
And also what's in our blood is football. A lot of people may not realize it or respect it, but growing up as kids, football was our thing. We all looked forward to it.
Yeah, man.
We all looked forward to it.
Yep. You show right. T. Barnes, you're amazing, my friend. Tell everybody. Don't tell them people your business. T, I'll talk to you soon. Tell everybody on your side I said hey, okay?
I sure will. Thank you.
All right, friend. Love you much.
Love you much too.
All right,
Bye-bye.
T. Barnes. I was about to have her tell everybody where they can find her and follow her, but y'all leave T. Barnes alone. She know what she know. That's all she know. And she called this one. She called this one before anybody. And I'm so glad that she is my friend, because I can have her back on. And she just called another one. If they get to the playoffs under the direction of Cam Newton, Matt Rule might be out of there. Out of there. I sure hope he doesn't pull a Jeff Fisher. We'll be right back.
KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. 2 radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
What side?
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
It's the lunch break on KYOK.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM Freestyle Friday. Been a good week, man. Been a good week hanging out with y'all all week long. So really looking forward to the day. Special guest going to be joining us about 13 minutes or so. Looking forward to him. Rodney DeWalt just said, so is Cam still going to fashion his clothes? Yeah, I think so. You know, I don't think what a lot of people understand, Rodney, I don't know if you're a father. I've got 2 boys. And one thing about my boys is they have their own style. They have their own fashion. And they're still my boys. I would rather, you know, and they don't. My boys don't have the sagging pants and all of that. But if they did, I would much rather they pull them up and all that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change who they are. And when Cam was before Cam was drafted, Jerry Richardson, the former owner, nasty self of the Carolina Panthers, you know, Mr. Sexual Harassment and you know, bad workspace and all that, the stuff he had going on. He brought Cam in and he asked Cam, do you have any tattoos? Cam said no. He said, do you have any piercings? Cam said no. He said, well, keep it that way. So here you have someone who, you know, is not your father, basically about to become your employer, telling you how you have to look, how you have to, you know, dress. And don't get me wrong, I get it. You know, private companies and all that can somewhat do what they want to do when it comes to their employees, not here in the state of Texas, but that's whole nother sermon. So, you know, Cam Newton, some of this is just young person rebellion. How you going to tell me how I have to look and how I have to dress when I'm making you a ton of money? And Cam Newton made Jerry Richardson with his nasty self a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. And I'm sure some of Cam's friends and family was like, man, you ain't got to do that. You Cam Newton, dog. You know, rock your hair out and do this and do that. Just because it's not my style doesn't mean I can't allow him to have his style. I shouldn't have a problem with Cam's style when Cam is doing his job. Cam's doing his job. Everybody don't have to look like Tom Brady to be a good quarterback. Now, more people need to play like Tom Brady, but everybody don't have to look like Tom Brady. And I think some of that was some inner Cam saying, hey, look, I don't have to do that. Richardson is gone. I am who I am. This is the way I dress. This is the way I carry myself. And there you go. Cam was still getting his endorsements. Cam was still, the face of different stuff. And as T-Barn said, Cam was pretty much the face of Carolina. Yeah, there are a lot of people in the South that didn't want Cam Newton as the face of their community and their city and those states. But hey, that's a whole nother issue. Whole nother issue. T-Barnes, football is heavy on public image. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It really is. But there's some owners that get it. Bruh, don't get locked up. Don't beat nobody. Don't drink and drive. Don't kill nobody. And you be you. Some owners get that. Others are who they are. Others have their thought process that goes beyond their football team. And if it's not, let me be nice, Wonder Bread. You get what I'm saying? If it's not Wonder Bread like, they don't like it. I have to remind myself sometimes that the Carolinas and Virginia are the South. They might not be the deep South, but still the South. Still the South. So, I don't know. I feel like Dave Tepper is going to let Cam be Cam. I mean, let's get it right. Cam Newton is coming in to be the backup quarterback. Sam Darnold is still, right now, the starter, but he's on injured reserve. Shoulder out. P.J. Walker is a backup. Cam Newton will be a backup. Matt Barkley, who they just brought up. They're backups. The starter on that team is Cam Newton. T-Barn says, it's the South with roots in the Bible. Yeah, don't get me started on that. And I'm not trying to sound, I'm afraid to even use the word because some folks use it and don't even know what the heck they're talking about. If folks really interpreted the Bible instead of it meaning what they think it means, they chill out on that whole dress code thing. They chill out on that. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna touch that at all because I'll have folk mad. I will have folks angry. So there is Bible-based, and then there is their interpretation of the Bible-based. T-Barn said there's a sense of what is proper and acceptable regardless of whether it is or not. Correct. That's what I'm talking about. There are people that feel like it's got to look like this, it's got to look like that for it to represent them. But let's get into the bigger issue of why are we being represented by sports teams? I mean, are you telling me my whole life existence is based on what the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers does if I live in North Carolina or Durham or Raleigh or, my whole existence is defined by how the quarterback of a professional football team looks. Like, that's the crazy part. Never mind your core values, your character, your family upbringing, what you do in your community. You're literally trying to say that an individual that represents your sports professional sports team cannot be themselves because they represent you. Baby, there should be therapists booked from here to there. I mean, just booked wall to wall because that's a problem. My 7-Eleven doesn't define me. The oil and gas industry doesn't define me. My local grocery store, the big box store doesn't define me. Why do I feel like I've got to be defined and therefore intimidated or frustrated or challenged by how the starting quarterback of the local professional football team looks? I said don't get me started. Y'all getting me started. All right. real quick, Butterball Turkey is giving everybody a chance to win a free gift certificate for your Butterball Turkey. They do turkey talk with us all throughout the week, and they give us all the do's and the don'ts of how to buy a turkey, how to thaw a turkey, how to cook, how to carve, all of that, and even what to do with the leftovers after the holiday. You can get all that on their website, 1-800-BUTTERBALL. That's 1-800-BUTTERBALL, or on the phone line, or you can go online to www.butterball.com. That's www.butterball.com. Great people. Nobody knows turkey like Butterball. And again, they do a lot to make sure you get it right. I myself have been in a store, unsure what I was about to do, got them on the phone, and they helped me out. They saved me a whole lot of trial, error, and heartache. You know what I mean? Look, I get mad when I drop a chip off my plate. Like, oh, man. Imagine having to mess up a turkey and then go get another one. You don't have to do that. Just call them 1-800-BUTTERBALL or go online, butterball.com. You can chat with them. You can tweet with them. You can go on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. On what's the one? TikTok. Yeah, they TikTok and everything. So you can definitely reach them in all places. We're going to make sure that somebody gets another chance to win a gift certificate on Wednesday. Winning Wednesday, you get a chance to win a gift certificate for a free Butterball Turkey on us. All right? Butterball bringing us this hour of the lunch break. All right. T. Barnes said, for sure, the NFL took Sundays from Jesus. So, yes, it matters what it looks like to the football fans. Man, T, you poking the bear, T. You poking the bear. I'm trying. You're right. When they said that in that brain concussion movie with Will Smith, I was like, wow, that's like half valid. That's the NFL for certain people is the most important things that happen on Sunday for certain people. But for other folks who, hello, you live on the lunch break. Who's this?
What it do, AJ?
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
You don't make it, my brother.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I feel like I'm about to stumble and fall.
No. There's be somebody that right there to pick us up.
But she's making sense. T. Barnes is really, she's calling it the way it is. But why in the world do some people feel like the quarterback of the local professional football team either properly or improperly represents them?
I don't know. I don't get it, AJ. I kind of have my own analogy on a lot of things, and AJ don't really care about what a lot of people say.
I'm seriously getting ready to go down and get me a Kroger or an HEB or Foodorama jersey and just wear that because I got to rock my local grocery store. I'm going to get me a Shell Oil or a Quick Trip or I got to rock my local gas station. And then, we got to get our barbershop jerseys and wear those because don't they represent us too?
Absolutely. Look, there's nothing wrong with welcoming a child home. A child sometimes have to go out in the vineyard, but when they have a home to come back to, you just welcome them in. And Cam is a guy, he can be his own worst enemy. AJ, don't welcome me home, and then I get home and I can't take home where it needs to be. So Cam can solidify, silence all his naysayers, and go out and just do his job. Cam made it to a Super Bowl, AJ.
Yep.
And so therefore, it's a good quarterback.
Yep.
So he has the potential, just like any other quarterback in the league, to go out and do some great things. So I think, despite how people feel about an individual, the individual's job is to become great, become better than you once was. Because at the end of the day, we all have to mature and grow up. And I think Cam, he's been through a lot. He's really, AJ, been through a lot. And with all the adversity that Cam has been through, man, look, go out there and soar like an eagle. And you give it your all. I don't care if you just have a year contract, AJ. You put the best work in, and you show the world who Cam is.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And like I said to T. Barnes, I hope that Matt Rule doesn't let his pride get in the way and he get mad because he got overruled on bringing Cam back, and he doesn't try to cause this young man to stumble. Same thing with Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator. They need to be trying to get wins, man, because they are close. They are right there. They're not out of it. And if Cam can give them more than they were getting out of Sam Darnold and out of P.J. Walker, whom we love over here in Houston, then why not bring Cam back and give him a chance to be successful?
Well, once you can get pride out of the way and you go what's best for you in an organization, I don't see anything wrong with that. People lose their jobs, in that type of sport all the time. And if you're not bringing your A game, like, the team needs you, then okay, just be a backup until you can sit, reevaluate what you was doing wrong, and then when you get that opportunity again, then you know how to bring it. But it's nothing wrong with quarterbacks losing their job at any rate, because look, we have to get wins despite of what the circumstances are. That's it. Nobody play to lose. And unfortunately, we know that teams, will lose games, but the ultimate goal is trying to win a championship.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. Man, listen, I hope Cam goes over there and shows out. He's probably not going to play this weekend, probably be P.J. Walker the whole way. The organization put Sam Darnold on the IR, so he can't come back for, I think, at least 4 weeks, maybe 5. So we'll see. We'll see how things go down.
Yeah, and I got one other thing, but like you say, AJ, Cam, when he gets the opportunity, you got to take it and run with it. But on the Baltimore Ravens,
yeah,
you have to trust the process. You have to trust the process. Don't be like Kansas City, who had a spade and never utilized it. You have Le'Veon Bell there. He can take some weight off Lamar. But you have to utilize him. He's still in the league, AJ, for a reason.
Yeah.
Utilize that young man. And I guarantee you, if they know how to utilize Le'Veon, then they playoff will be easy. Making it to the playoffs will be easy. But if you don't utilize him, you'll end up just like Kansas City and losing. So he's on your team for a reason. Utilize the young man.
Yeah, he got 3 carries for a yard.
Yeah. Trust the process.
Yeah.
You want to work him before you get to the playoff. You want to work him so that you can get to the playoff. Get him comfortable. Let him take some of that slack off Lamar being sacked. Your guys are 6-3.
Yeah.
So you're not in a bad position. Just go ahead and trust the process.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you, sir.
All right, brother. Appreciate you as always. Ferdinand.
All right, have a good one. Thanks.
All right, Ferdinand, Call of the Year 2017. Let me take a break. We'll come back with our special guests right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up! You're listening to 1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. We had those all week with getting our special guests on. So I'm see if we can't get him to call in, and we'll have to do it that way. Goodness gracious, man. Been that kind of week as far as stuff goes. From Monday to now, the technical stuff is just crazy. So, and y'all know me, man. Whenever I have technical difficulties with a platform, I'll leave that platform there and go try another one. So we'll see. If that doesn't work, we'll get him on the phone line. All right. Again, appreciate the comments. Keith Hennig, Carolina and playoffs should not be used in the same sentence. They are not good. Cam or not. Well, Keith, they are right there, though. I mean, they're right there. They're like a game behind. Let me see. Let me get this queued up. They're like a game behind whoever's in that final playoff spot. Standings here. AFC. Yeah. So Titans number 1, Ravens number 2, even with the loss. Chargers number 3, Bills number 4, Raiders, Steelers, Patriots. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong side. NFC. Let me do that again. Cardinals number 1, Packers number 2, Bucks number 3, Cowboys number 4, Rams number 5, Saints number 6, Falcons number 7, and then Carolina right there. Carolina right there. One game behind the Falcons. And it's only a half game that they're behind the Falcons. Half game. I think we got him. Hold on. I think we got Jamaal. Jamaal, is that you? Are you there? Can you hear us? Jamaal. Nope. I thought we had him. All right. We'll keep working to get that done. T-Barn said, these are facts. They have been better. You know, again, they started off so hot. The defense was hot. And you're right, Keith Hennig, it's only week 10, long way to go. I agree. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is Jamaal Williams.
Jamaal, man, I'm sorry about whatever's going on with the system, but, man, where there's a will, there is a way.
Hey.
Brother, and I appreciate you making time to be on the show.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me.
Man, listen, y'all, this is a young brother that I'm literally, man, I'm in awe of because he's amazing. He's a screenwriter. He's a filmmaker. He's a storyteller. He's an actor. And I found out something about you today that I did not know. I didn't know you were a member of A5A.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, you already know where I stand with that. Yeah, I see where you are with it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Unbeknownst to you, my youngest son is a member of your fraternity as well. And my oldest cousin, who is my favorite cousin, is a member of the frat. So ain't nothing but love over here for the A5A, brother. Nothing but love, black man.
Same. It's all love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But man, Jamaal, tell everybody about you, man. Tell everybody the stuff that most folks don't get to find out because you do so much, man.
Oh man, like to be honest, I'm a nerd. That's like something people don't know. I'm a nerd, but like I'm just trying to really get to the point to tell stories now. Like that's what I'm really, really passionate about, and I'm like at this point in my life where I really, really understand that. I understand what I could do with it, how I could grow with it, what I could, provide to this whole genre as far as filmmaking. So it's just now it's about I just want to get in the space to focus on the art. But like I'm really just a little nerd, man, trying to make cool movies. And like now I'm kind of at the point where I think I understand what people like want to see for the most part. So it's like as a storyteller, I'm just trying to be as vulnerable as possible with the stories I'm telling. And like I'm not holding back.
Yeah, we got Jamaal Williams joining us here on the lunch break. He is the creator of Redness Relief, which, if I'm not mistaken, is up for a Fourth Dimension Independent Film Festival award. And this young man is amazing. Jamaal, how old are you?
I'm 28.
28 years old, and just out there creating content and stories and movies that are amazing.
Oh yeah, man! I can't wait. I can't wait to see what people, get to see what's coming up from me. Though, to be honest, like I feel like Redness Relief was just like the tip of the iceberg, and like I'm super appreciative of it, and like the learning process that it was, because we're like now, man, I really feel like I'm just unleashed and ready to just really go with it.
Now, Jamaal, how'd you get started, man?
Well, I always kind of been a writer, but I'll say poetry was like my first introduction to writing in general. Like my mom, like she kind of, I don't know, it might have been natural, but I kind of remember it as her pushing me to like just do it. And it was always easy. So it kind of went from that to in school, being like a storyteller. Anytime we got to tell stories, like, I kind of went crazy with that because I really enjoyed it. And always, it kind of manifested up into the point where I'm in grad school. I'm just figuring out that I think I might want to write a screenplay, but it's like I'm in grad school to be like a athletic director. So it's like, man, what am I doing? I'm like, I got my degree at this point. Like I'm there, and now I'm like trying to figure this out. But I wrote my first little screenplay. I let a few people read it. They were really, really into it. So it was like, all right, I got to figure out how to get better at this. And just through trial and error, to kind of like self-teaching myself that whole process of writing a script, I kind of got it. And then by the time I moved to Houston and linked up with Choice One and Malcolm and all of them, it's like everything really just kind of took off. Like I was learning so much because they were already in that filmmaking world. So it just got easy because it's like you watch enough and you'll get it if you like really looking. You do the work on your own. Like you got to do the work and research on your own. But it went from that to like they like, hey, you want to make a film? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like yeah, that's what I came here for. I just moved to Houston, so I'm like, bet. Let me figure that out. And they was like right there to help me, and we did it. And now it's like, bet. All right, now I want to really, really do this now. I'm like, I'm in it.
We got Jamaal Williams joining us. He's an amazing screenwriter, film producer, storyteller. We now know he was a poet, actor, graduate. Man, this dude is amazing at 28 years old. And you're right, brother. You are linked up with some amazing people, and it's like y'all grew up together, man. It's almost like y'all came straight from the crib to where you are today, because y'all's minds are like so connected. And again, I've stepped back and seen y'all in action before we ever got connected, and this is a good collaboration y'all got going on.
Thanks, man. Like, I don't even know where that really happened at, to be honest with you. Like, it just happened. And we was just like that. I don't even know. Like, everything was so natural though with them two. Like Jacoby, Malcolm, and like everything is so fluid. Like, there's no real competition other than like a competitive energy to like, all right, you step it up because this is how I'm coming. And it's like we all just push each other.
Yep.
So it's like it's a perfect little unison, to be honest.
Yeah, and brother, I cannot forget Q, because he is another member of y'all's clan that, like I said, bro, he spoke words of encouragement to me on the set, and he just really, his words gave me the imagery for the character that I'm trying to portray, and you do the same thing, man. It's just, y'all have a gift for this thing.
Like, Q is so amazing, man. Like, people don't even really know. Like, they just think he's like a shooter, but like, bro can act. Bro can write. Like, he got the whole package of skills. It's just, getting the opportunity to really, show. But like, Q is amazing, man. Like, he do all that.
Yeah.
Really, they're gonna get to see that real soon.
And I can't wait, man. Let's talk about this behind the scenes. So, we see the great work and the acknowledgement of your work with Redness Relief being a finalist for the 4th Dimension Independent Film Festival Award.
Oh, yes, sir.
But talk about some of the challenges, man. What happens that people don't see before they get a chance to see what's on the screen?
Oh, it's like so much, man, especially just being independent, because like what that really means is nobody's giving you money. So it's like you doing this whole thing like pretty much with your own bread and like the support of the people around you. And like I had that, so it was cool. But like that's really big, because it's like you trying to do this certain, you want to put out this project of work in the world, and it's like you want to do it in the right way so people really can get what you mean and like get it in a way that is excellent. So it's like it's a lot that goes into that. Like just the filming process, that's a mental marathon in itself. And you wouldn't even understand like how long it takes to get one scene. Like most people don't realize that. So it's just like figuring out how to kind of smooth that process out with what we got, and like maybe take this little buzz that we getting and try to bring in some sponsorship for this next project that we bringing in. And that's really the plan, because I'm trying to like really like this next cinematic affair. Like everybody is focused on like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring it. Like we locked in, and it's like we doing that in July, but it's like we locked in on that right now.
Now, tell us, we got Jamaal Williams joining us here on the lunch break, and what's the worst thing that ever went wrong behind the scenes? I mean, we see what's going on, of course, with Alec Baldwin and that crew out there, and of course, nothing like that. Our sincere thoughts and prayers go out to those families and those affected. But what's the worst thing that ever happened to you behind scenes on set?
I mean, okay, my first film, okay, let's go. Day one was perfect. Like, day one went perfect. I don't think I could have imagined a more perfect day as a director on my first project. Everything went flawless. Day two, one of my actors did not show up at all.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
At all.
What?
Bro didn't show up at all. We're not even going to put him out there like that.
You got to say his name, but he just no-showed.
No show. So, like, on my first project, I'm, like, having to pretty much rewrite a scene on the fly and rework the whole second half of the film to make everything work. So, it's like, all right. But, I had the team with me, so we was good. But that was crazy. Because I'm like, all right, bro, really not coming? Like, for real? It's like, okay. So we kind of got down to it. Me and Q talked, and I just we kind of came up with something and went with it. And that was like, that one of those scenes, like that whole scene was on the fly. So that was crazy.
Now now that I've been behind the scenes on the set a little bit, and I do mean a little bit, you got to change storylines. You got to change the way other actors, address and their storyline. It may change an outcome further down the movie, and you did all that on the fly?
Like, luckily, my project was so, like, I kind of kept it small as far as my cast, and I'm glad I did that because it was, like, maybe 5 people at the most, other than the extras in the restaurant scene. But so when it was like I was able to cut his scene, cut his footage, and just kind of work around it. But like, yeah, we did all that on the fly the day of because my man didn't show up.
Wow. Jamaal Williams joining us here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Yes, sir.
Man, Redness Relief. Tell me how that came to be and how you got the inspiration for the name as well as the work that you put together that is now being honored.
Well, like Redness Relief, it was Malcolm kind of like, we was in the office during the pandemic. Me and him, we just worked. Like, we came to the office every day during the pandemic, and we was just like chilling, working, creating. So he like, hey, write a short story. And I'm like, all right, cool, or okay. So I'm not really thinking about it, but I'm like low-key thinking about it. And I'm like, what's the coolest way to kill somebody without really having to kill somebody? Because I'm sure that's a lot. I don't really want to do that. So I'm thinking about eye drops, and I kind of went from there. And the thing about Redness Relief for me as a process, as a writer, like as a filmmaker, it was my introduction. So it's like I kind of, as far as the inspiration of the story, it was based on my life, like real life events. I didn't kill nobody or get killed or anything. That didn't happen.
Okay.
But it's like, and it's like I was kind of like giving you a little bit of me. And throughout that process, and as we got to the cinematic affair and just seeing the crowd, it's like, all right, so y'all don't just want a little bit, like y'all want a lot. So it's like on this next project, I gotta like make sure I do that service and like not tiptoe around what you want to talk about and be about and what this meaning is about. Like, you give it to them real and raw and like reality, how it's happening every day. So now I feel like Redness Relief allowed me to see that. And now on my next project, I'm like, I'm being vulnerable. I'm being honest and open as a person and giving you like real life. So it's like, I feel so much better about having that Redness Relief process to go through that and see that and understand that as a filmmaker.
Brother, that is deep, man. That is extremely deep. I like every bit of that. Jamaal, do me a favor. Stay right there. I got to hit the top of the hour, and then I want to come back to you. A few more questions I want to ask, but, man, you are really, really, really blessing us and giving us some behind-the-scenes stuff that most folks don't even think about when they go and see these amazing movies and pieces of work. So, brother, stay right there. We'll be right back with our special guest, Jamaal Williams, right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We stream live on KYOKradio.org. We're also on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So thank y'all for tuning in. It's our Freestyle Friday on this sports talk show. So y'all know me by now. I've been doing it since 2017 on this show, that we talk about a lot of stuff that don't have anything to do with sports. And today, we've got an amazing screenwriter, film writer, a producer, an actor, a poet, and just an amazing young man, Jamaal "Six" Williams. Jamaal, why is your middle name Six? Why they call you Six, Doc?
Okay. So you know about the fraternity life, and on my line, believe it or not, I was number 6, and it was like it kind of was like a name that evolved, and it just stuck.
Yep.
And, it just kind of stuck. Like, people who know me in that aspect, like, that's how they call me.
Yeah, that's dope when stuff evolves like that and just becomes organic like that. It just, again, that's all part of creating. It just, you think of one thing and then it turns into something even better than you imagined.
Facts. Like now we got 6th Street, like from that. So I'm like, okay, cool. We got something from that.
And look, folks up in Austin know about 6th Street because that's a lot of creation going on down there. So that's dope, brother. I love it.
Yeah.
Jamaal, so here's what I wanted to ask you, man. Who were some of your influences when you made the decision, I'm about to jump into this filmmaking, writing, acting, all of that? Who were some of your influences personally and those that maybe you haven't even had a chance to meet yet?
Influences, probably my biggest is like I love Quentin Tarantino, all his work, all his films.
I can see that.
I'm a huge Tarantino fan. Donald Glover, I love the way he comes about telling the story and just like his style of surrealism and just giving you reality, but like his version of it. So like those are like my really biggest 2 influences, and Ryan Coogler too. Like watching Black Panther was crazy because that was the first time I like ever had I was like, all right, I got to see like my name at the end of the credits, you know, like written by. And then it's like, to be honest, maybe like 3-4 years later that happened with Registry. So it was like, that was crazy. Yeah. That was a little moment.
Yeah.
And I was like, bet. Now I'm like, all right, now we got to do it bigger and bigger and bigger and get the bigger platforms with it. And he's like, I want to see that, like, you know, and like my people names coming up in those credits, you know, because that's our project. That was like, yeah.
Yeah, I love that because, you know, one would think that your ultimate goal would be able to win, you know, best film of the year or, you know, have one of your actors be the, you know, best leading man or best leading woman. But what are your goals? What do you want to see? You just talked about your name being in the credits, but what does Jamaal want to see ultimately for him?
I want to be able to like be that reason that my family is on a different platform and like we live a different life. Like I feel like I have all those capabilities, qualities, attributes, and it's like I feel like I would be doing them a disservice not to be trying my best or doing my best to, you know, get to the top of this field. So it's like, to be honest, it's just because I know I can, like. And it's like, I know my purpose. I know God is like, hey, this is what you do. Like, you're going to tell stories and you're going to do it in a way that the people going to feel it like they never felt it before. So, like, just knowing so clearly, like, what I identify my purpose as is, like, it's giving me the confidence to be like, all right, like, I know I can do it. So, it's like, I got to do this.
What I love about that is, you know, you keep your faith focused in all that you do, but you're not necessarily out there making, you know, Christian movies or movies that somebody can run in the middle of their Sunday morning service. You know, you're touching all kinds of people in all kinds of ways, and you've even stretched me outside of my, you know, background and zone. So I know you got that in you because, like I said, I'm a product of that from you.
Right, man, because that's not. Like, you know, that's not reality. And I feel like the same way I would kind of tell people would know I was an alpha is because of, like, my lifestyle and, like, how I move. And I feel like that should be the same way with, you know, your faith. It shouldn't be, like, anything you really have to, you know, proclaim. But it's like, you see how I'm living, you see how I move. So it's like I want to be a representation of that. But also, like, I want to give you, like, what we're experiencing. Like, you know, this is reality. It's not pretty. It's not beautiful. You know, it's not a fantasy. This is like the real world. So I want to give people that, but with a twist, you know, like in a way we can relate, in a way we can laugh, you know, be sad together. Like I feel like I can do all that. So that's what the focus is with, you know, like these next couple of projects for me.
Man, I'm telling you, brother, I feel every bit of that. You know, again, the way that you reach people and you cause emotions to come out of them. You cause them to tap into some feelings, and you cause them to, you know, stretch and to, you know, and to try and grow and not just stay the same. Who did that for you when you were coming up? Because clearly you got that from somewhere.
As far as like just being uncomfortable, I don't know, maybe, or just, I don't know. I've always kind of been like a daredevil. Like that's always been in me, and just, you know, the ability to like go into the unknown, like with confidence, and just like I'm gonna enjoy this. You know, I don't know if we jumping over the cliff, but I'm enjoying the fall.
Wow.
I always kind of been like that, but then like as far as stepping into this world, to be honest, like Jacoby has been the one to like really push me and like really guide me and like get uncomfortable in this. Like she's been the one to really inspire me as far as that, and as far as storytelling as well, just the way she does it,
yeah,
and how like open she is, and like that's what I kind of like. I was like, oh man, like so that's what it is. Like you got to be that open, and like the people gonna feel that because the people feel her movies, they feel her work because where she come from with it, it's like it's from a place of like vulnerability.
Yep.
So like I learned that from Jacoby. From just being around her, seeing how she moved, how she worked, and like how she is as a writer, especially. So that was something big.
Yeah, man. In fact, I got to give a big shout out to Jacoby Chantel. I met you through Jacoby. Jacoby gave me my first acting opportunity, and she did, man. She stretched me to step out of that role. I didn't want to be typecast as a pastor and everything that I do. And the role that I'm playing now in the upcoming movie, Not Another Christmas, look, I ain't nowhere near. I do get a chance to pray, but I ain't nowhere near a pastor.
Nah, not at all. We gonna link up. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you some interest. We gonna link up.
You know what, Jamaal? For real, I'm a little nervous, Doc, because I see your creativity, bro. I'm like, oh
yeah, Lord. Yeah. Like we gonna link up. They gonna see you on that big screen.
Jamaal Williams joining us. Jamaal 6 Williams joining us on the lunch break. Freestyle Friday, man. He's an amazing screenwriter, a movie writer, a producer, an actor, a brother, and a friend, man. This dude tells stories that literally jump off the screen at you. Jamaal, right now, a lot of you all stuff is being streamed on what's called the SGA network. Tell us how you got connected with that group.
Oh, so the SGA TV network, man, that's like ran by two beautiful, amazing, genius, business-minded women, Sonia Lowe and Marietta Willis. So that's like kind of like their birth child, but it's like they only, in addition to it being like their thing, like they extended it to us as well. So it's like we're all a part of SGA, and we work together as SGA TV network to give independent artists that platform that they kind of really deserve. Like that's not really something that exists, like all content that's solely from independent artists in this area and like throughout, and they're like the ones that they want to bridge that gap and just give people a chance to kind of hit bigger and broader platforms and audiences. So that's a little bit about the SGA TV network.
Yeah.
Recently established, but it's like, yeah, we up and coming with it.
Brother, let me tell you, I have worked in the media for different media stations since 1982. And I've been in some that have been cutthroat like crazy. I've been in some that were like mom and pop shops. And I've been in some that were like families. And I definitely get the family vibe from the SGA TV network, man. I really feel like that is a great family to be a part of.
Thanks, man. It's all love over there. We're gonna do the best for you and for the art. Like that's what we focus on, the independent artists and their art. And that's what I love. Like they brought me along, like all of them, Brad Lowe, Sonya, like all of them. They care about the artists. So it's like you can't really find that too many places.
Yeah, not without there being some hidden agenda or ulterior motive. And that I don't feel that at all. In fact, if you're interested in knowing more about the SGA TV network, if you got Roku, if you got Fire Stick and all that, you can download it from the different places that you get the different channels or network. It's the SGA TV network. And go ahead and download it, and you'll get a chance to see Redness Relief right there, as well as some other things that they have done so well. Jamaal, what you want people to know about you, man? In your closing minutes, what do you want people to know about you?
I want people to know, like, I'm a man of the people, man. Like, I do want to be like all these things. I want to be big as I can in this life, but I always want to be like a man of the people, about the people, and just that's something I'm gonna always represent. And just being reachable, being like teachable and humble, showing that in like how I move, how I live, like how I handle everything. Like my friends, my circle, like how we live. Like I just want people to watch and then know like you can do it, whatever really you want if you locked in and focused on it, and it's yours. Like it's meant to be. Like it's gonna happen if you put the work in. Like, I just want to show people like that can happen.
Yeah.
So just watch as I go.
Jamaal, I don't want to turn this, but you got faith, I got faith, and we definitely brothers in our faith. But when I look at what's going on in our society today, where how people are literally wanting not only to rewrite history, but to just flat out bury it, just you ain't even allowed to bring it up. It puts more onus on the storytellers. If it's not going to be told in schools and in books and things like that, then it's got to be told on the screens. It's got to be told, in the playhouses. It's got to be told in places where, the urban culture will go and get it, as opposed to sitting in somebody's classroom. So, brother, when I tell you your time right now is so perfectly timed and anointed, because you are a storyteller that can tell the story in a way people will receive it, man, and feel something about it and want to do something about it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for y'all to see Soulmate. Like we gonna make you feel. Yeah. That's what I'm focused on right now, making them feel.
Yeah. Well, brother, again, I thank you for making your time. I know you got a meeting coming up at the bottom of the hour. I want you to get time to do that. Man, give my love to Malcolm. Give my love to Jacoby. We're keeping her in prayer now. To Sonia and Brad Lowe, to the entire team, man. Let them know. I keep trying to call myself little brother because I'm the newest to the group, but I'm probably one of the oldest in the group. So give everybody my love from AJ, from Herman.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, Jamaal.
Hey, you can find me at pretty much anything on Jamaal Williams, Jamaal Williams. On Instagram is 6th Street, 6IXTH_Street. That's what you'll be able to find me on IG. But everything else is Jamaal Williams, and I accept everybody. I'm not on that.
And listen, let me tell y'all get in that friend group now, because it sooner than later, this brother's going to be sitting on top of the world. And look, I'll be like old Eddie Kane in the back of the alley. Ta-da!
Yes, sir. Hey, we good, though. We taking everybody up.
Jamaal, I love you, man. I love everything you're doing. I love how you do it, brother. You be blessed out there, and we'll talk to you again soon, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all be safe.
All right, Jamaal Williams, Jamaal 6 Williams. This is a good brother, let me tell you, and I mean that. Download the SGA TV network on your streaming devices or televisions or wherever you get your online streaming content, and check out Redness Relieve. Check out Simply Susan. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff out there that's just really, really good. And again, man, you can see these young creators and the content that they put out there, and you'll be blessed by it. I promise you will. I got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some sports after this on the lunch break. 281-453-1000 if you want to get in. 281-453-1000.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Guard.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
This is your girl, Brandy Nelson, and you are listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. All new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Appreciate y'all. Man, I tell you, I'm really, really, really motivated by that young man and Jacoby Chantel, who, we've had on the show a couple times. Also, Malcolm, man, I tell you, they got a great queue, got a great team. I got to have them all back on again soon. But wanted to get that in. The part that I wanted to just tap into, you notice he's 28. He is young, but it is never too late for you to get after something that you're passionate about. There was a young lady standing with us last night, was 38. She's acting. Young lady standing there last night, about 52, 53. She's acting. I remember the young lady that just passed from Black Panther was in her 80s, and her first acting gig was in her 80s. Man, just like I feel like a professional sports team and a city should not define an individual and dictate who that individual is, who he can be, who she can be. But man, there's got to be some individuality. And if there's not in any other area in your life, let it be in your passion. Don't let anybody define how passionate you should be about what you're passionate about. If it makes sense to you, go for it. If you want to try it, go for it. If you want to believe, go for it. But just, man, I'm telling you, other folks will hold you back from stuff they won't even try. Oh, you're too old for that. There are people acting at 4, 5, 6 years old. Well, baby, guess what? They need old people in movies too. So you be the best old actor you can be. I'm just talking plain now. I'm just talking plain. Certain things you can't do at an age. Wait a minute. Let me stop. There's a lady that set the world's record, and she's 105 years old. Guess what she set the world's record in? The 100-yard dash. She ran it in like a minute and change, but she has the world's record for the 100-yard dash for people between the age of 100 and 105. The fact that there are people running the 100-yard dash between 100 and 105 is one thing. The fact that she decided to go out there, do it, and be the best at it, you see what I'm talking about now. Now you see what I'm talking about. Freestyle Friday on the lunch break. All right, Carolina, as we talked earlier, got a new quarterback, Cam Newton, to go along with Matt Barkley and P.J. Walker. The L.A. Rams got a new wide receiver to go along with everything that they had in Odell Beckham Jr. We saw last night, many people picked Baltimore. Miami got the dub, 22-10 on Thursday Night Football. Now we'll see who will come out on top in these games this weekend. Falcons at the Cowboys. Don't forget, Dan Quinn was the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons before he got fired. So there's going to be some energy when he comes back, or when they come to town, I should say, because Atlanta is coming to Dallas. And the Cowboys are coming off of an ugly loss. Randy Gregory, I believe, is going to be out for this game. So, next man up. And Gregory's been playing extremely well on that defense. I'm sure Dak Prescott wants to get out there and wash the taste out of his mouth from that ugly loss to Denver. I'm sure Ezekiel Elliott wants to do the same. I'm starting to hear some buzz about CeeDee Lamb. And I'm not trying to tell the young man how to do it. I'm not trying to tell him how to carry himself. But, man, if these guys stay focused on the field and not have to feel like they got to respond to everything that people say off the field, I think the CeeDee Lambs and all of them are going to be just fine. I'm talking about the young guys now. I'm talking about the young guys. So we'll see. That's one of the matchups. And then, of course, the New Orleans Saints trying to bounce back from their loss to the Falcons when they visit a still red-hot Tennessee team that got a win without Derrick Henry this past week. So that New Orleans defense is going to have to travel and play well on the road. In that game, the Titans are a field goal favorite to win it. The Titans are a field goal favorite to win it. But, man, last night, let me pull this up real quick. Last night, the Dolphins were a 9-point underdog, and they won by 12. So that's why they play the games. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. 2 radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Hey, you want some sports with your lunch? Well, tune in to the legendary KYOK at the lunch break. And I'm Raven Rogers.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org, and it is our Freestyle Friday. Keith Hennick said, watch out for the Titans, my pick for the Super Bowl. Keith, so here are my final four, if you will, in each conference. I got the Titans. I've got the Bills. I have the 49ers. I'm not the 49ers. Kansas City. And you're not going to like this, but I got that team that got beat last night, Baltimore Ravens, as my final four teams. As my final four. That's after all is said and done in the wild card round and all that. I got the final four standing. I've got Tennessee, I've got Buffalo, I've got Baltimore, and I've got Kansas City. I know the Steelers looking hot. I know Cleveland's still right there. I know the Chargers and all those other teams. And, of course, there's New England. But in my final four in the AFC, I've got Tennessee, Buffalo, Kansas City, and Pittsburgh. I mean, and Baltimore. Can't get my thoughts together today. I don't know what's up with me. Like, I got technical difficulties with my mouth. On the NFC side, I've got the Cardinals, Packers, Buccaneers, and do I say Cowboys or Rams? For some reason, part of me says the Rams. But Cowboy fans, don't come at me, bro. Don't come at me. You know I'm a believer in y'all's mission. I'm talking about Final Four with a chance to play for the NFC and AFC championship game. Cardinals, Packers, Bucks, and I think I'm going to go with the Rams. I don't know who's going to play who in the playoffs yet. So that means the Rams, if they don't win the division, are going to have to beat somebody in the wild card round to get a chance to play to get to go to the NFC Championship game. I really feel like Green Bay is going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, and I feel like I don't know who's going to represent the AFC. I don't know who. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who. Will it be Kansas City? Will it be Tennessee? Will it be Buffalo? Somebody else. Now, I'm saying that based on Aaron Rodgers, keeping his nose clean. What do you mean? Aaron Rodgers ain't got any trouble. You know what? Sometimes trouble doesn't always mean jail time. Sometimes you can run your mouth too much and be in trouble. Sometimes you can make bad decisions and be in trouble. If Aaron Rodgers keeps his nose clean and stop the music, and just plays football, I think the Green Bay Packers find a way to get into the Super Bowl. I know, sounds crazy. Ravens had a bad game, just one game. I'm with you. Thank you, Keith. Because, most folks, this guy didn't know what he's talking about as they constantly listen. I appreciate that. It's early. It's 10. What are we in? Week number 10? It's early. All right, got SWAC action tomorrow. I'll be at that Texas Southern game tomorrow. SWAC action tomorrow. Texas Southern will be taking on none other than Alabama A&M. I'm going to see Akil Glass for myself. Find out what's going on in that A&M locker room. I'm going down to the Alabama A&M locker room, see what's happening there. My colleague, the coach, Johnny Cole, will be in the Texas Southern locker room. I'll be in that Alabama A&M locker room, see what they got going on over there. I've got Alabama A&M winning that game. In the Bethune-Cookman Grambling game, it's in Grambling, and Camilio, Clarence, I'm just feeling like Bethune. Might get that one. I don't know why. I feel like Bethune on the road is going to make things bad for Coach Fobbs. I just do. I don't know why. Could be wrong, but I doubt it. Alabama State versus Mississippi Valley State. I think Alabama State will get the win, but hey, as I said before, don't count Mississippi Valley out. I mean, when you talk about a team that's winning with literally less than everybody else, you're talking Mississippi Valley State. So I feel like they got the right coaching. I feel like they're heading in the right direction. For Christ's sake, if Scott Frost can keep a job with the kind of record he's put up, and I want to hear, oh, this stat, that stat, forget all that junk. Dude is more of a loser than he is a winner. But hey, on behalf of all the coaches in the Big Ten, not named Northwestern, thank you. Thank you for keeping Scott Frost. If Scott Frost can keep his job because he's got the program heading in the right direction in spite of losses, then the head coaches down there, the coaches down there at Mississippi Valley State deserve more time. They deserve more time. They're trying to turn it around. I feel like good things are happening down there. I got Alabama State winning that game, but I think it'll be closer than most think. Prairie View and Alcorn is going to be very interesting. I think maybe Alcorn got caught peeking ahead to that Prairie View game and lost last week. And oh yeah, by the way, Prairie View is something to peek at because they can ball. Their quarterback is legit. Their quarterback is legit. I know Peyton Manning just added Shakur to Deion Sanders' son. I keep getting his name wrong. You know what I'm talking about. Deion Sanders' son, the quarterback, to his watch list. Need to add that quarterback up at Prairie View to his watch list too. He's got size. He's got arm. He's got legs. He's got IQ. He's got it all. He's got it all. I got Prairie View beating Alcorn. Florida A&M at Arkansas Pine Bluff. I got FAMU. Again, I've got Alabama A&M over Texas Southern and Jackson State and Southern. That one's got all the feels of upset on it. That one's got all the feels of upset on it. Southern, this could be your season. This could be your this could be your SWAC championship game. This could be your Celebration Bowl championship game. Beating Jackson State at home will do all of that for you. CJ chimes in when I says that Alcorn is going to lose. That's funny. I say Alcorn's going to lose, and CJ's like, what? I ain't heard from her all day. I believe Jackson State's going to win that game at Southern. But, baby, I won't be surprised if they don't. I'm not being wishy-washy. I'm just saying. Saying what I'm saying. All right, so let me go over to these MEAC games. I haven't talked about the MEAC in a while other than when Coach and them were on. I got Morgan State over Albany. I've got Norfolk over Delaware State in Delaware in a big way because I know Coach Odoms is mad that they lost last week. I've got North Central over Howard, and I've got SC State over North Carolina A&T. Yeah, A&T's coming back to the MEAC to play against South Carolina State, and South Carolina State is going to welcome them back and then send them off. Bye-bye. On your way back to the Big South. Take this L with you. We'll see. We'll see how that all turns out. All right. CJ's like, wait, what? CJ, you heard me. You heard me. Let me look at some of these other college games. Look at some of these other college games in the top 25. Top 25. I got a little bit of concern, Willie Gibson. I got a little bit of a concern with Ohio State hosting Purdue. Cincinnati and South Florida today, 5 o'clock. Cincinnati's going to win that game. I hope they win it by a lot so the College Football Playoff Committee can feel good about Cincinnati. Please. Cincinnati can win the rest of them, and they'd still not feel bad if they left Cincinnati out of the Final Four. Oklahoma and Baylor at Baylor. That'll be tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Baylor is not bad. Baylor is good. Oklahoma's better. I'm going with Oklahoma in that one. I really love that quarterback for Oklahoma. Again, Ohio State, number 4, hosting Purdue, number 19. I got Ohio State, but I'll be lying if I did not say I'm worried. I'm worried. Is that defense better? Is the running game going to be able to get off and do their thing? Is CJ Stroud going to be able to do his thing? Are the receivers going to be, is the receiving core going to be at full strength? I got concerns. And that's the wrong team to have them against. UT San Antonio finally getting some love. They had to go 9-0 to get some love. They got Southern Miss tomorrow, UT San Antonio in that. A&M versus Mississippi in Mississippi. A&M. Felicia Yolanda Green Johnson Smith Barney Aloysius III says Sick'em Bears. Oklahoma, baby. Boomer Sooner. What does that mean? Did I just say something derogatory? What does that mean? Can I just say this? I'm done with Lane Kiffin. How Lane Kiffin keeps getting jobs is beyond me. And I go all the way back to when he had the Raiders job and Al Davis was like, get this guy out of here. Drama queen, drama follows him everywhere he goes. I'm sorry, I'm done. Come on, Jimbo. Give me relief. All right. Arkansas at LSU. Arkansas needs a big win. LSU, man, talk about hot mess. Number 6, Michigan at Penn State. That's another one of my upsets. James Franklin, if you are the man, win that game. Win that game. Felicia, I said, did I say something derogatory? She said, probably. What does Boomer Sooner mean? Somebody tell me, please. Alabama at the vaunted 1-8 New Mexico State. Boy, Alabama and their non-conference schedule. Boy, the voters will love them after this one. Alabama by 1 million. Mississippi State at Auburn. Auburn will probably win that one. Northwestern at Wisconsin. Go Wisconsin. Utah at Arizona. Boy, I bet Arizona wish they had Kevin Sumlin back now. 1-8. Georgia at Tennessee. Georgia. Iowa hosting Minnesota. Iowa. Maryland hosting Michigan State. Michigan State. Notre Dame at Virginia. Why not, Virginia? Why not? Why not? North Carolina State at Wake. I got Wake in that one. TCU at Oklahoma State. I got Oklahoma State. Washington State at number 3, Oregon. Oregon. Nevada at San Diego State. San Diego State. And that's all I got. Top 25. All right, take a break. Get ready to wrap it up right after this on the lunch break.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right. You can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up! You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
This is Jasmine Highsmith, and you're having exciting sports with your lunch here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Yeah, boy, I like when a good beat comes on. I like when a good beat comes on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM. I keep dodging this one little beam of sunlight that just splits my face like that. And, okay, that's where it is right there. I couldn't. And there's no way to close the shades to hide it because it's literally going right down where the cord is. So I gotta lean. I gotta put that gangster lean on it. So anyway, Felicia, Yolanda, Green, Johnson, Smith, Williams, Thomas, all them. She said my nephew is the drum major at Baylor. Gotta go with the Bears. I bet he don't drum major at Baylor like the drum major at Prairie View drum majors. I bet he don't do that. Like he don't get down like they don't get down like that at Baylor. They don't. You know the deal. Don't try to act like he over there getting it in. Maybe if I go this way. Okay, if I go this way, I can do it. Okay. But anyway, stroll for us, AJ. You better stop. You better quit. I'll cap a stroll in a minute. So I'm not going to say Boomer Sooner anymore. Boomer Sooner is the fight song of the University of Oklahoma. The lyrics were written in 1905 by Arthur M. Alden, an OU student and son of a local jeweler in Norman. The tune is taken from Bula Bula, the fight song of Yale University, which itself was borrowed from an 1898 song called La Hula Bula by Robert Allen, Bob Cole, and Billy Johnson. A year later, an additional section was appended, borrowing from the University of North Carolina's I'm a Tar Heel Born. Yeah, it's a little too convoluted in there. I'm sure I'll be saying something I ain't got no business saying. So go Oklahoma. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I feel like they just doing too much. I just feel like somebody said no, AJ. It's all right. Let me tell you why I feel like they're doing too much. Can I tell you why? The phrase Boomer Sooner refers to the land run of 1889, in which the land around the modern university was settled. Boomers were people who campaigned for the lands to be open and entered the lands illegally before the passage of the Indian Appropriation Act of 1889. Sooners were land thieves who settled before the lands were officially open. Now, first of all, the lands weren't officially open even when they were officially open. Second of all, you had people who hurry up and broke the law. They didn't want to wait. So now, go Oklahoma. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Oh, AJ, everybody is offended about everything. Do me a favor. If things are so good, can I make you a slave for like 2 weeks? Like, can I just treat you like you were a slave for like 2 weeks? You know, I mean, it happened for other groups for hundreds of years, but give me 2 weeks of just treating you like you were a slave. Or better yet, let me just come take your land and put you in another spot. Smaller than what you own, but in another spot for like 2 weeks. And you just do the best you can over there. I mean, you know, if it's not all that bad and we're super sensitive and all that, let's just roll for 2. Sign a piece of paper and say you won't sue me. You won't try to harm me or my family, and I get to treat you like a slave for 2 weeks, or take your land and put you in a spot for like 2 weeks. Let's see how that rolls. 2 weeks. It'll just be an experiment. You'll get all your stuff back after it's over. Unlike other people who never got their land back and who are still dealing with the effects of their ancestors having been stolen from another country. And then, the argument, but it was your own people that sold you into slavery. So, in other words, if I walk up on you and try to sell you some jewelry that I stole, you feel like you got a right to buy it? Okay. All right, I digress. It's Friday, so let me get ready to go. Let me just get ready to go. I should have left before I said that, because now I got folks that's going to be all triggered and upset. All right, so Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. And then, of course, on the weekend, you've got some great shows. The Not So Christian in Me show. I think they just celebrated an anniversary. And you got Jesse Jackson, Keep Hope Alive. You got Walt Baby Love and Gospel Tracks. And then come Monday, you've got Erica Campbell and Griff Get Up Mornings. Then I'll be back with Oh My Goodness Monday, and me and Coach Cole will take the HBCU stroll. All that happening Monday right here on the lunch break. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. And I just realized something I forgot to do. So hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let me do these birthdays, because I got a lot of people who sent me birthdays from yesterday to today. Let me get those queued up. So pause what I just said. Pause what I just said. T. Barnes just said, great show today. Who knew? Cam Newton, the $10 million man back in Carolina. I know that's a minor miracle to me. That is like a minor miracle to me. All right, let me get to these birthdays. Happy birthday to y'all. I know I can't sing, but happy birthday to y'all. Sharon Baldwin celebrating her birthday today, colleague in the radio industry. LaWanna Owens celebrating a birthday with David Jeremiah, 58. Michelle Pace is celebrating her birthday with Victoria Wade. Crystal Solari is celebrating her birthday. 43 years old today. Jonathan Jean, Latoya Melissa, 33. Keisha Condé. Keisha, happy birthday, girl. What's going on with you? She 44. And Lisa Holderson is celebrating her birthday along with Gail Woodard, Rashawn Roberts Jackson, and Bishop James Dixon. I got to sneeze. Excuse me. All celebrating birthdays today. Usher, break them off for me.
Oh, go shawty. It's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shawty. It's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
All right. Happy birthday, y'all. And I pray y'all have many, many more. If you got a birthday over the weekend and you want me to talk about it on Monday, just be sure and get it to me on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. You can text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can always email me, AJ at KYOKsports.com, AJ at KYOKsports.com. Let me get Civil Wilkes on, and then it'll be a wrap. Y'all take care. Have a blessed weekend. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I do. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Friday, November 12th, 2021. Number one, a federal judge has given final approval of a $626 million settlement for people affected by the Flint water crisis. Flint declared a state of emergency over the water crisis in 2015, a little more than a month after the Environmental Protection Agency published a report. The report said it had found dangerous levels of lead, which can affect the heart, kidneys, and nerves in the water flowing into residents' homes. Number two, inflation over the past 12 months surged to a 31-year high as increasing prices hurt consumers despite evidence the U.S. economy is rebounding from the pandemic. In an appearance at the Port of Baltimore to promote his freshly passed bipartisan infrastructure bill, President Biden took a distinctly sympathetic tone. He noted the pain that consumers feel when they see those costs going up for a gallon of gas or a loaf of bread. Number three, a new surge of COVID-19 cases is expected to start hitting the United States around Thanksgiving, just as the holiday season begins, according to public health experts. However, experts say with more and more Americans vaccinated, it's not likely to linger as long or do as much damage because there's a level of protection this season that wasn't there last year. Political leaders continue to urge Americans to remain vigilant. Number four, the New Jersey Essex County Prosecutor's Office has taken the lead in the investigation into the disappearance of 14-year-old Jashia Moore. Jashia's mother said she sent the teen to a local deli on October 14th and went back to find her lost debit card. Jashia is described as 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs around 135 pounds. She was last seen wearing khakis, black boots, and a black jacket. Anyone with information about Jashia is asked to call police. Number five, for children of color, fostering positive images matters now more than ever. This is the mission of 8-year-old Demetrius Davis, owner of our Brown Boy Joy. Through toys and other merchandise featuring brown boys of all hues, Davis's company lets young boys know they can be anything they set their minds to. Read more about this young Ohio native and entrepreneur in today's Black Business Spotlight. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Life is a series of choices. Choose to take a respite from the troubles of life. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the Black Alzheimer's Brain Study at the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort Worth, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. As always, y'all know I love y'all much. So take care. Have a blessed weekend. Be safe.